Hey guys, welcome to tonight's Big Brother 22 episode chat.
All right.
That sums up this week pretty good. Yeah.
So it's episode 16 and Christmas Joy did not use the veto, which means Bay and Day remained on the block.
No. It's a bummer, but this week has been a freaking roller coaster.
It's been a sham. I'm just so disappointed that Tyler decided that he was going to hijack a very important cause to try and get off the show.
The more that I step back and actually look at it, the worse it looks to me. Because, I mean, we know that Tyler's been wanting to leave pretty much the whole time he's been there. And
he couldn't.
Yeah.
If he wanted to be paid.
He tried so many different ways to get evicted. He tried to leave, he wanted to self-evict. He tried to sabotage his game so that people would want to get rid of him. And now he was like, I want to sacrifice my game for you, Bayleigh and Devon, because I'm an ally.
Oh, wait,
for Black Lives Matter.
I thought it was just because I wanted to go home and see my girlfriend.
Yeah, so that wasn't cool.
Yeah, very disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well.
Bayleigh is also upset for Devon because Christmas's whole reason for nominating them in the first place is kind of like a stretch. It's kind of ridiculous. But Bayleigh is especially upset because she is the one that had the conversation with Christmas that spurred this whole thing. The infamous Untouchables conversation.
I can't believe Christmas Joy said, well, who else was I supposed to put up? I don't know. There's how many other people in the house?
I think she means because they're like a duo. But yeah. All
right, well, Tyler and
Devon's asking him, what happened? What happened here? I think it was a combination of things. I think it was, number one, production was like, if you try and do this and tell people to put you up and vote you out, that's essentially quitting, and we're not giving you your $40,000 or whatever he got at the beginning of the season. Also, I think Christmas was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Right.
There's no way she's going to send home her untouchable. No way.
I'm so tired of this stupid untouchable.
I know.
Word, phrase, meaning. It's dumb.
It's a final two. We're over it. We're over the untouchables. No. But yeah.
I'm wondering, is Tyler actually going to be working with Day moving forward?
I don't know, because she asked him, what do you want? And he was like, I don't know. But he said he wants to work with her. He said he has her back. We'll see.
We'll see is right. I mean, he was ready to sacrifice his game for her, and then it would be really weird if he didn't end up working with her going forward.
I think he will to a certain degree.
But who would he pick? Christmas or Day?
I mean, he's got a final two deal with Christmas.
Christmas Day.
Yeah. I would guess Christmas.
Well, then I guess the cause isn't that important after all, is it?
I know, right? Because I've said this before. I feel like if he really was trying to help them and further the cause, then why not try and get Christmas to put somebody else up on the block?
Like Danny?
And work with Bayleigh and Devon in the game. Mm-hmm. Help them to make it further by working with them.
Exactly.
But no, he wanted to leave. That's why he did that.
Hijacked a cause.
All right.
All right. Enzo and David. Two geniuses here.
Well, okay, David has come a long way. He's been speaking some truths this week. He is opening his eyes. And Enzo...
That's so 5 minutes ago, honey. Don't you know it's facts now?
Yeah. Enzo...
He was exposing the facts.
Enzo says a lot of things that I like and how he's going to, make all these big moves and stuff, but then
he
doesn't do them.
He pussycats out and doesn't do it.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with Enzo.
Meow meows.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well...
But David and Enzo are both closer to Bayleigh. David has had his issues with Devon, and Enzo is just closer on a personal level with Bayleigh. So they're both like, I want Bayleigh to stay, but I don't think the votes are there.
All right, well, let's have something to distract us from all this BS.
Oh, this was so sad.
Poor Cody's grandpa passed away. That sucks.
That does suck. And it's just, I feel so awful for Cody not being able to be with his family at this time or even talk to them. That really, really sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so weird, too, that, like, season 16, Derek and Frankie both lost their grandfathers.
Right.
It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
So I really feel for him. It's rough.
I don't want to make light of this situation, but poor Cody is in agony in the bed. Everybody's coming in to console him. And freaking Nicole comes in that sloppy's box.
I know! I couldn't help but chuckle when she walked in.
Come on!
It looked very odd. But, yeah, everybody was really, really supportive and loving towards Cody. So that was good to see. It's
nice that everybody was able to separate personal from game.
What
Christmas?
About personal game information?
No.
Yeah. He actually found out about his grandfather after the whole fight drama. It was the following day, because the fight was on Labor Day.
Right.
Or Labor Night. So, anyway, let's get to it.
All right. The fight.
It was a fight.
Christmas and Day are talking in the toilet room. They're talking in the toilet room, the bathroom. And Day's telling Christmas, look, Bayleigh's upset. She's got a right to be upset. I don't know why you can't understand that she feels betrayed.
You guys were close and you turned around and put her up. She was confiding in you that we are working together because she wanted to work with you. She wanted to figure out who you're close with so they could set up like a 4-person thing. And Christmas did not get that message.
No.
But Christmas also expects Bayleigh to be like best friends with her still, even though she put her up on the block. That's ridiculous.
So it started getting heated.
Mm-hmm.
And Christmas was being extra.
Yeah.
And Davon, everybody was waiting for Davon to blow up, but it never happened.
Good.
It never happened.
I just want to mention, too, that Ian was stuck in the shower during this whole thing.
Oh, my God.
I feel like this has happened before, hasn't it?
Poor Ian.
This time he didn't have a towel.
Yeah. And he had to stay in there and witness all of this going down. Mommy and Mommy are fighting.
Yeah, Davon and Christmas were talking for maybe like, I want to say 15 minutes or so before things really started to pop off.
Yeah.
But Christmas, she took it to the next level with the yelling and then...
the fingers in people's faces, the clapping.
Davon was like, I'm getting out of here. I'm removing myself from the situation.
I thought that was so fun. The way she was like, don't goodnight me. That's one of my new favorite phrases now.
I did like that,
don't goodnight me.
Mm-hmm. So then Bayleigh comes in, and she just came out of the diary room. And
she basically walked into a viper's pit.
Well, she hears the yelling, and she's in the kitchen, and she's like, what?
What's going on?
Yeah, so she goes in there. Davon leaves. Bayleigh walks into the bathroom area, and Christmas is like, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And Bayleigh's like, whoa, let's take it down a few notches. And Christmas is like, you're right. I need to fix my tone.
Was she warned before?
What?
Christmas?
Warned for what?
Being like, ugh.
Well, I mean, she was on season 19 and she was nasty. So.
She's also, like, got anger issues, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like, IRL.
Yeah.
Right? Do you think it's normal to drive your car into someone else's on purpose?
I don't. I really don't.
Right.
But anyway, so they kind of start to get into it. Bayleigh's like, I have a right to be upset. Davon has a right to be upset.
I don't understand how Christmas did not understand this.
I know. And she was like, you used me to get further in the game, and I feel betrayed. You betrayed me. And Christmas was like, blah, 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 blah. She's sticking fingers in people's faces.
You better not.
It's inappropriate.
I only have one phrase that comes to mind. Just own it.
Mm.
If she had just owned it and said, look, yeah, I screwed you over, she probably would have respected that.
I mean...
But no, she played stupid like she didn't understand.
Another thing, too, Christmas has been trying to hide that the reason for her nominations was that she's trying to protect her alliance, the committee. Like, she didn't have any beef with Da'Vonne and Bayleigh before. They were not coming after her. But she made 2 enemies out of them to try and do something, to do dirty work for the committee. And she didn't want to admit that because then the alliance would be outed. So it was a whole big mess. And
lots of yelling.
Yeah.
Lots of...
Well, from Christmas.
Yeah.
Bayleigh
and Bayleigh was yelling too.
Yeah,
and Da'Vonne when they walked through afterwards.
But Bayleigh and Da'Vonne were both saying, please stop the yelling and the hands and everything, because they know if they do that people are going to blame it on them. They're going to call them like the crazy black woman, the aggressive black woman, and that's not something that they want to do, obviously. Right. So I got to give them
mad props.
So much props for how they handled the situation, because
they were amazing.
They really were. Yeah.
And poor Ian just wanted a towel.
Yeah.
I'm really a little surprised, not completely surprised, that they didn't mention anything about the Ian drama this week.
I didn't think they would on this episode. If they do it all, I could see that being on like Sunday, maybe.
They're going to bury it on a Sunday night?
I don't know, but that whole thing is very, very upsetting.
It is very upsetting. We're not going to talk about it here, but if you want to hear more about it, make sure you watch her spoiler from today.
Yeah. I'm not done with this fight, though. I feel like, I want to say, well, because there was more to it, too.
Okay.
So, like, when Day went out in the backyard, and she was venting, like, I can't do the things that Christmas is doing. I can't react the way that I want to react.
And all the guys were sitting out there.
That was so powerful. And I cried the first time I watched it. I cried again.
She must have been frustrated as hell.
I can't imagine that. So I really feel for her. And I feel like the show did a good job of portraying this argument accurately. I think they did. They nailed it this time.
I don't have any beef with that. I just have beef with Tyler.
Also, when they came back in the house,
yeah,
and Christmas is sitting in the kitchen after ranting to Kevin and Danny, and they're just like...
When they did the creepy mirror scene.
Oh my God! Christmas staring at them through the mirror. Oh my God, that was so... Blech.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really creepy.
I would have peed my pants.
And then, so I just got like snot in my nose
Oh,
tubes.
Yeah.
And then, okay, so when Bayleigh was escorting Da'Vonne to the diary room, and she was like, you tried to provoke me? I'm provoked. It was like an iconic moment.
Yeah.
Classic iconic moment right there.
Yes.
So, again,
I don't know if it's on the level of Anybody Want Cake, but it's pretty good.
I mean, that's like one of the top moments ever. Yeah. But, yeah, again, huge props to Bayleigh and Da'Vonne for how they handled that situation.
Yeah. So now it's time for Julie to check in, and Julie is looking beautiful tonight.
I loved her dress tonight.
That was a very fresh dress, and everyone noticed it. And Julie was so taken aback by everyone saying that she looked beautiful that she returned the compliment to everyone and said, well, you all look beautiful too.
Like the very pretty actress, Busy Phillips.
Okay.
Anyway, it was time for speeches.
Day is first.
Oh my God. Her speech was amazing. Amazing.
She did her Black Lives Matter shout-outs, like...
Justice for Breonna Taylor.
Right.
Absolutely.
Everybody else who was,
all lives can't matter until Black Lives matter.
And Black 100%, trans.
Yep.
Loved it. All right. So she said, I am just a casualty, collateral damage. This game is temporary, but Black Girl Magic is forever.
Oh,
loved it.
I love the friendship
between these two.
I know. I really love too how throughout this season so far, Da'Vonne has used this platform to talk about a very important cause.
Yeah.
And I think that that's something that we don't see very often on this show.
No.
A lot of people are just talking about their own platform, They're trying to set up their own social media following, but I really respect what Day has done so far this season.
Yes, I agree. 100. And then Bay said, I love everyone.
She said, first of all, same.
Yeah. Swaggy, everyone. You don't suck like Kaser said you did.
They kind of do.
Vote for, whoever's going to further your game.
Mm-hmm.
And Devon, you're awesome. So glad that we met and blah, blah, blah. And wonderful.
Another really
classy.
Nice speech.
Classy.
Yeah.
She didn't drag Christmas through the mud. She just was classy.
Well, I mean, they had all already, mended fences by then.
It will never be. All right, so the vote was 9-0. No surprise here. Bayleigh is evicted. Mm-hmm. Classy exit.
Yeah.
Hugged everyone. Unlike Nicole running into the dark corner like a cockroach last week.
Yeah.
So Julie talks to Bayleigh.
Mm-hmm.
And Bayleigh said that she's happy for Devon. She's rooting for her in the game. She's her number one pick to win.
Yeah.
And Julie's like, well, I gotta tell you, I think the show did a wonderful job portraying this, but I want to get your thoughts on it. How would Julie know? I know, right? So, Christmas betrayed her. I mean, if that's not obvious to everyone, why are you watching this show? Yeah.
I mean, it might not have been obvious if you're only watching the show, but if you're watching the feeds, Bayleigh and Christmas were very close before this.
They did laundry together.
So anyway, Julie had to do her weekly reveal of the committee alliance.
Look, here is the committee. And to which Bayleigh replied, Eek?
So, yeah. Julie also was like, who do you think Christmas's untouchable is?
Now, apparently, Christmas never revealed who her untouchable was.
Bayleigh was going around saying that Christmas said it was Ian.
But in reality, she never said who it was.
I mean, we know that the real one
is Tyler. But Julie played her, okay, Bayleigh, now guess who Christmas's untouchable is. She said, oh, I don't know, Memphis or Nicole. Mm-hmm. No. What about Tyler? Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah.
All right, so she finally got it right.
So, I mean, I guess it probably makes a lot more sense now to Bayleigh why there was no way Christmas was going to put Tyler up on the block. Mm-hmm. But Julie was like, okay, so if you were the HOH this past week and you knew about Christmas and Tyler being each other's untouchables, would you have put them up on the block? And Bayleigh said no. And I believe that.
I do too.
I don't think she would have gone for them.
No, I don't think so. All right, so she also said that she's going to basically leave all of the drama in the house. Mm-hmm. And I believe Swaggy said something to that effect too.
I want to see the video of when she finds out she's getting the Tesla.
I know, right? So there was some nice goodbye messages, although I feel like Christmas's was insincere because
she just seems so fake.
You can't apologize for something if you don't know what you did wrong. And I guess she doesn't know what she did wrong because she's not owning it, Lisa Rinna.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah. Then Julie said, why the hell did you come back?
Well, we all know that Bayleigh had a really rough time on her first season. And
you already got the grand prize. You found your husband on this show.
Yeah.
So what are you coming back for?
She wanted to have a different experience. Mm-hmm. She wanted to see how well she would do without all of the emotional stuff that she was going through on season 20. And I think she should be really proud of what she did.
She is so different from her first season. And
she's grown a lot.
Immensely. So good for Bayleigh. I was really rooting for her too. Mm-hmm. All right, so it's time for the HOH comp. It's called Power Trip.
It's the wall!
The wall. I feel like it's in Toy Story when the aliens...
I thought it sounded like a radio station.
The wall. Yeah.
W blah blah blah.
W-A-L-L.
Yeah, W-A-L-L.
Yeah.
Of course. Perfect.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's the wall. Everybody's been waiting for this.
Julie says, no battle back, stupids.
It's dangerous.
The first 5 people out went home to their families.
Yeah,
They're not coming back in the game.
That means the jury has begun. Mm-hmm. The next person out will be the first one on the jury.
All right, so they started the wall in motion.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say, Memphis and Nicole were super annoying. This is past my bedtime. Where's my food? My back hurts.
Yeah, I mean, Memphis has been having back issues, so... Mm-hmm.
So the wall should have crapped him out first. But they didn't show who fell off first.
Well, we know.
We know.
And it makes me sad. Okay, but anyway, if you guys don't want to wait until Sunday to find out who won, we will post the winner in the info for today's spoiler.
And next Wednesday's show is actually on Tuesday.
Whoa!
Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
Thanks, Jules. All right, so Julie's words of wisdom for this week. She's got another gem. Let kindness be the rule for everything you say.
You better not!
Anybody want cake?
We're gonna go now.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a crazy, crazy week. I'm glad it's over.
It's too much. Is it over, though?
I don't know how I feel about this coming week, but like...
I feel like it's just about to get started.
I'm exhausted, yeah, you guys. Oh my god. All right, so we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Leave your thoughts in the comments, and until next time, much love.